Philly, Joe and Kirby podcast.
This is the Philly, Joe and Kirby podcast.
Ask and you shall receive. There it
So
is.
good.
From last week, I believe.
Yeah.
We just had lots of big fun on this show at all times, and the big fun of that day was slowing down Kirby's laugh.
The laugh that'll last forever.
We get more requests for that laugh than we do for Led Zeppelin these days. I'm telling you.
That's something that will live on.
Yeah, forever.
We had people wanting it for a ringtone. I gotta have it. It's
How
gotta
jarring to
Yes.
like, oh, what's that? Oh, it's my phone.
I got to take this call.
Every text message you get. Can you imagine?
No.
Or it's a chat group where that can just go ding, 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 but yours goes every time.
That's annoying.
I think it's tons of fun. I don't know if it's
So much fun.
Kirby's like, can you stop playing
That's
that?
what it would say right next to the ringtone for tons of fun on your phone.
Speaking of tons of fun, Kirby, throw that stat at us because Joe and I both want to weigh in on this.
This just blows my mind. There was like a survey done, and 1 in 50 men think that they can actually outrun a racehorse.
One out of 50.
1 in 50 dudes were like, yup, I can definitely outrun a racehorse.
Who are these men?
Drunk.
I would love to know. The confidence, man.
That would have been in a conversation, I'm telling you right now. A couple of guys be sitting there and the booze would be going and like, I could outrace a racer. They're probably at the Downs having a night at the races and guy, I could rapid reins their horse number 3. I could beat that horse.
Like, I don't even forget a horse. I don't know what animal I could outrun at this point.
Oh.
Like a dog? No.
No.
If a German Shepherd's chasing me, it's catching me.
You need like a slower animal.
Yeah, like what's
You
an
know?
animal?
Sloth. I don't even know if I could outdo a sloth right now at this point in my life.
Gosh.
I probably feel like I move like one some mornings.
Well, the thing is that like if you're just racing something, it's one thing, but I feel like if there's incentive behind it, like someone actually chasing you,
Yeah.
you're
Adrenaline.
more likely to run faster.
Yeah.
I find.
Yeah, but not
you
fast
kind of
enough.
want an animal that's a little intimidating because that's going to make you run faster.
Still not outrunning it.
Like maybe even with the adrenaline for maybe 15 yards. You know, you could, with that adrenaline.
Before the heart gives out. Yes. There's no animal. I don't know.
What about a Canadian geese?
A goose.
No, you're not.
If one of those comes flapping their wings at you, you think you can outrun it?
No.
Yeah, I like your
I don't
chances.
think so.
You would just lie down and let it
Probably
happen?
a turtle is about the only animal I think I could beat at this point in my life.
I could
tortoise.
outrun a goose. If I'm not running. Because half the time you got a golf club in your hand when you get angry geese. I find that's
Yes.
most of my goose confrontations are on a golf course. But I'll take a goose for sure.
Also, running will sometimes make the situation worse because then the animal just wants to come after you even more.
Yeah.
Someone asks if I could outrun a peacock at the zoo.
Philly, Joe, Kirby.
Philly, Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly, Joe and Kirby podcast.
Big Sugar, underrated live, 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station. I feel like I saw them a whole bunch of times in my career in radio.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like there was a time when they were in Winnipeg all the time. And,
The Burt
smaller
reminds me of a
venues.
lot of Big Nights with Big Sugar.
Yeah, big nights with Big Sugar. Philly, Joe, and Kirby, it's 7:24.
It's a Two-Dat Tuesday.
yeah.
If you want to send us in your pictures of what happened in your life on Sunday, we'd love to see them. 762-555. I will say this, the jackpot now up to $2,600 for Who the Hell Is That? The next play coming up in just over 1 hour.
It got lost in some other text messages, but I think we got a two-dad already.
Yeah, a couple of them, actually.
Yeah, I saw that.
Somebody out at the lake and a fox showed up.
The fox
at
one
their
was
steps.
so cute.
And then Melissa's husband has got a little side hustle going.
Oh, yeah.
And making
Crafters.
up a bunch of crafts for Dungeons and Dragons, I think.
Wow.
Because he does that 3D printing.
Yeah, it looks unbelievable. If you're into
Red
playing
Dragon.
Dungeons and Dragons and that kind of stuff, 3D printing stuff, yeah.
He made me this red dragon.
Yeah, you've got it here in the studio, right there at your desk.
It's right there, right beside me, right beside my computer monitors every day. Also getting lots of ideas for things that people think they could outrun, like animals. Because Kirby came up, 1 in 50 men think they could outrun a horse.
A racehorse.
A racehorse of all things.
Specifically, a horse that is bred to race.
I did go horseback riding on a horse once that I could outrun.
Oh, here we go.
Well, you've heard the story. Kirby loves when I tell the story.
Oh, my God. I'd be rich right now if I had $1 for every time I heard
just
this
saying,
story.
that was not a racehorse, but I could have beat I had an old horse that I'm pretty sure was the last horseback ride it ever gave. I felt so bad for that thing.
Well, how do you think that horse felt? It used to be like a prime racehorse, and they're going, hey, if you still, I mean, most horses retire, but if you want to keep working, this is what we got for you. And then you walk up to this horse going, this is what I signed up for.
I felt so bad. Someone says on the text line, horse or donkey, Phil? A donkey would have been quicker. This thing was not moving, and I kept saying, hey, I think my horse might be under the weather.
How about this?
Oh, my gosh.
This
That's
came
awful.
in. It is possible for men to outrun horse. Trail race in South Manitoba. Rider versus runner. I haven't heard of that, but that's from Michael on the Boston Pizza text line.
Porcupine came up as something we could outrun. Joe, do you feel like you could outrun a porcupine?
I think you'd have to try.
Yeah.
Just with those quills.
That's the thing, is the more dangerous the animal, the more likely you are to run faster, at least, because you'd be a little bit scared of it getting you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. The adrenaline. I can't outrun too many animals. I told you. Maybe a turtle. Maybe a sloth.
Squirrel?
A sloth would want to hug you. So, you know.
A sloth
you
is
wouldn't be
literally
running.
moving at like
A
the
snail's pa- a snail.
slowest pace.
Yeah.
I don't run. I'd be horrible in a horror movie. Yeah, again, though, that comes down to adrenaline. I think you'd be surprised.
It kicks in.
Like
You got
sometimes,
Mike Myers, but see, those guys don't run after you.
yeah, they walk.
They kind of walk after you, so you might have a shot there.
That's a good point. Why does everybody run and then they trip and fall and they get hung up in
That's right.
something, and it's like
You're outrunning
like-
somebody who's walking, and they usually usually have something with them. Like
They always
I know.
trip.
I know how fast I move with something in my hands. Like
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Keep them coming. The Tudat. That would be the number 2 DAT. Your Tudat Tuesday. 2 days ago Tuesday photos. Basically, what did you do on Sunday? We love seeing the photos.
absolutely, and weather's starting to turn, so you're getting a lot more people getting out to the lake if they haven't already been going through the winter. Right, checking on what's going on there.
Camping ain't going well for me this morning. I did not get the usual stuff that I want.
You know what the kids are saying? I don't want
I know.
to beef this up, but they're going, why didn't mom do it?
Yeah, 100%.
Dad is such
Trust
a
me.
letdown.
Trust me, I know. But I think my wife took like the morning off to do this last year because it's so intense. Like
Yeah.
you blink, you're done. You blink and you're camping at your buddies. Like
Yeah.
I've already got an offer from our buddy Zim.
Yeah. Traverse Bay.
Yeah, sounds like I'm camping on his lot this summer because I didn't.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't sound like you're going to be alone. I've been offered the same at Zim's, and a few other people I know. Might be a good time.
Like, was it always this way? Like, where it was like camping? Because growing up, I remember, like, again, I grew up in Alberta, but I do remember, and we went camping every single summer, that there was like a book of some sort, like a booklet that would come out of all the different campsites in the province, and then you would call on it. It was like all done by phone back in the day.
Oh, yeah, it was a phone
and now,
system here.
it's online. Like you only have online, in person, or over the phone.
Well, like just to clarify, if you want to go camping in a tent,
Yeah.
I could book whatever I want in the summer
Sure.
right now.
See on the side of the
Right.
perimeter if you want.
Right. When you're tenting,
little
you can
busy.
camp anywhere you want anytime pretty much. There's all
Yes.
with exceptions, but there's a lot more availability. When you got my 15-footer, my J Feather, I want to hook up to some electricity, so I need
amenities.
Right.
Yeah.
I need there's certain sites we want on certain weeks. So it's not like there's no camping left. However, I will say I also remember my folks, like camping with my folks, even with our pop-up even with our tent trailer, and it just seemed easier when we were young. We would
It really did.
We'd pull into wherever. My dad would go in. Well, it looks like we're camping for 4 days. You know,
There was probably a lot less sites, though, that had power back then, too, right?
Yeah.
Like you just would go and book and go to places. Listen, my hotel idea is not sounding so bad now, is it?
Joe,
No,
find us a
after
hotel.
all.
Find us
That's
a
it.
hotel. We're going.
Got a lot of amenities.
What do the kids need? A water slide and Wi-Fi. That's all they need. Food we'll find.
What about an ice machine? I gotta have the
No
HBO
problem.
and the
It's a
ESPN.
Cinemax on satellite.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
20% of people wish they had this talent. Survey happens, 20% of the vote from people said they wish they had this talent.
Outrun a bear.
That'd be a talent.
I don't know if would you consider that a
Oh,
talent?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Bear runner.
Well, like if someone was going to give you that ability, obviously you're taking it, Kirby.
I mean, there's only one way to find out if you have that ability is what my thought
That's
process
true.
is.
That's more of an ability than a talent, yes.
Okay, let's get at it here. 780 City, 780 2484. Good morning. Go ahead with your guess.
Good morning. Is it play an instrument?
Number 2, playing an instrument. 20% of people wish they had that talent.
I would like that.
Kirby's got it.
Yeah,
Plays the piano.
I think a lot of people wish they could play an instrument. Good morning, City.
Oh, did the last guy say playing an instrument?
Yeah.
He did.
Okay, I got to go Kirby.
Kirby?
I'm going to say like someone who's mechanically inclined.
No, nothing about mechanically
I
inclined.
wish that too. Thanks, Kirby.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
There's just some people
That's-
that get it.
Yeah, no, 100%. Gifted if they can do things with their hands.
780 City. Hello there.
Hey, good morning. Cool with singing.
Singing is number 3. Yeah, Kirby can do that too. You got a lot of talent there, kid.
You're going somewhere.
You're going somewhere. 2 and 3
Oh my God.
on the list.
Hot prospect. She sings. She plays instruments.
Been on Canadian Idol.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Oh my gosh.
Good morning.
Is it dancing?
Dancing is number 4, my friend.
Wow. Joe can
Yes.
dance.
Thank you.
No,
Joe?
No,
Joe
Joe can't.
can move.
Yes, you can.
On
Joe
the dance
attempted.
floor.
Joe attempted.
You looked great. You can dance. You sure can dance better than I can. I'll tell you what. You were moving at the
Something
Christmas
came
party.
into you on the dance floor.
Yeah,
if it's the rum.
It was rum. That's what it was.
780 City, 780 2484. Good morning.
Morning.
Hey there.
Is it wiggle your ears?
Not wiggling your ears. No. No.
Thanks anyway.
Thank you.
That's one of those at a party. Oh, yeah, I can do it. Check this out. Hi there.
Hi.
Hi.
Is it learn how to drive a stick shift?
No. Nothing to do with driving.
Oh, yeah. Less and less nowadays because you just don't see that with
Yeah,
new
standard.
vehicles. Yeah.
Well,
Good.
standard's a different feature now in vehicles, too. It's just a shift.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Good
it
morning.
Automatically shifts, actually.
Morning, guys. Poor boy number 5 here.
Number 5.
Yeah.
How's number 4 today?
Well, the crew's a little split up today. We're in different vehicles. Had some vehicle trouble this morning, but
Okay. Poor boy number 5. What do you got?
me and number 4 are gonna go with whistling.
Not whistling. Nope.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nope.
have a good one, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
take
too.
care.
Well, Kirby, I already gave you the compliment. How much more talent can you have? Playing an instrument, singing, whistling. My God, like over the top good.
780 City.
You
Hello.
might be the most talented person I know. Well, you're going to hit number 1.
Oh my God.
I know you can hit number 1.
You know I can.
I know the answer.
Oh.
There's a
Phil can even hit number 1.
Really?
Probably not as good as Kirby,
okay.
but
That's
I can hit
interesting.
number 1, but not as good as Kirby.
Hello, City. Does that help you at all?
No, I was gonna say another language.
No, not another language. This is something that usually happens in the house, but can happen outside of the home too.
And all three of us can do it, but Kirby would be the best at
I
it.
think so. Out of the 3 of us, she probably has the most experience doing it. You do it a lot more often than I do.
I do.
Yeah. Yep.
Kirby has
I'm really confused.
Yeah.
It's really become more of a big hit even through the COVID years. I think that amped it up for a lot of people, too, this wishful talent most people thought they would like to have. It's 20%.
Yeah. Hello.
Go with Phil.
I would do it more than Joe. Kirby excels at it.
Well, I don't know if she
COVID.
excels, but
COVID really.
It really amped
she
it
lives
up.
alone.
Yeah.
So,
Come on, Philly.
She lives alone. Cooking.
Wow.
No one makes pork chops like I do. You broil them, seasoning salt.
I'm going to throw this out there right now. Nobody throws in a Spence pizza better than Phil
That
Aubrey.
is true.
I do that well, too. That's another one of my specialties.
So think about this for just a second, okay? Shalinda Kirby, playing an instrument, singing, cooking. She can dance. I know that. The only thing that was on this list that I don't know if you can do is a little magic, because doing magic was one of the talents.
Magic.
I can see you doing magic. I don't know why.
Can you do any magic?
I wish I had a magic trick,
See?
but I don't.
There you go. You'd be one of that 20%.
Oh my God. I'm going to brush up on the magic.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJK into more ears.
Philly Joe and Kirby at 8:10, and we have an announcement. More comedy to announce.
Yeah, he's a legend, and he's been through these parts before, but always has people laughing and always seems to sell tickets. Actor and comedian Harland Williams. He's bringing up his stand-up routine to the Burton Cummings Theater this October 26th, and tickets are going on sale Friday at Ticketmaster.
We have a beat the box office opportunity right now.
We do.
We do? Okay, tell you what. We'll take caller 9.
Yeah, I was just
780
looking
City.
back at some of the movies he was in. He was
I
in something
know.
about Mary, right? Half-Baked, of course, and Dumb and Dumber.
I remember
Name a few.
the Dumb and Dumber scene. Isn't that where he's the cop and he pulls them over and he drinks the pee? And we've been talking
Speaking
about
of pee jugs.
We've been talking about piss jugs for like all week. It felt like it was a major topic on the show, and then the Harland Williams scene in Dumb and Dumber comes
That's
up.
it.
Oh, his reaction to drinking that bottle of pee is absolutely priceless.
Let's turn him into a top shelf star. Harland Williams coming back to town.
That's right. We'll get to caller 9 here in a few minutes. I got to say thank you very much, Boston Pizza text line. I am getting all kinds of suggestions for like once people got wind that I struck out on a little bit of the camping I wanted, they started offering me up their the camping on their
I
property.
got to be honest, this happens every year.
Yeah.
You know, it really does. It's become an annual event.
Deja vu for me.
Yeah.
No, I did really well with it. We did well
Yeah.
last year. It
Yeah.
would have been 2
You
years.
did. That was your wife that
That was
looked
my
after
wife
it.
who hooked it up.
That's right. 2 years ago, you
The
tried
one
to.
year you did really well. It was her
was her.
responsibility.
Just a coincidence, eh? Just a coincidence.
Wow.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Hey, it's the loud guy. Yeah, I get to go up and down St. Mary's again and deal with the traffic circles and watch the silliness. They should change it from traffic circle to the circle of intelligence. You know, like no cars were coming, car in front of me, we're entering the circle. There's a yield sign there, not a stop sign. So if there's absolutely no cars coming at you, don't stop, please. And then when you get in there, you don't need to stop when you exit. Just exit.
It's hard to be mad at people when they get confused in a traffic circle. You can feel the genuine confusion
I just go in.
when they stop.
I was leaving the outlet mall by Joe's restaurant there on the weekend, and like even that traffic circle situation, like you just enter knowing that you're gonna encounter someone that doesn't know what the hell they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And that's okay.
And that's a
It's
double
okay.
lane. Is that
Double.
not a double?
Yeah.
That's a double.
And so you really got to be
Whoa.
watching yourself because you could have someone sideswipe you. You could
Yeah.
have someone stop suddenly. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, but that happens in Manitoba a lot. The word yield gets mistaken for stop.
It's
Quite
like
a
a
bit.
yield-ish.
Yes.
Like
Double lane traffic.
Stop.
Oh,
Ish.
that's
Double the confusion. Okay, Wilkes. We had some beef. A call about Wilkes yesterday. Joe, you elaborated, and maybe you can elaborate on this one too here.
Hey, this is about the guy who phoned talking about Wilkes Monday morning. I agree with him 100%. That is ridiculous. Some of the people that drive and cut people off right at Shaftesbury. But it's mostly the ones when you're going home in the evening and there's 30 or 40 cars in line up at the light and they come ripping down the right-hand lane and they cut somebody off right before the light. The other people that go there and they don't realize it's a turn lane and they put their signal on as soon as they see that first arrow. I'll let them in all the time. But those other a-holes, no way. There's a couple of vehicles seen it do all the time, and they're going to cause accidents. Like, surprised there's not more there. Thank you.
You concur, Joe, don't you?
Yeah, he laid it out perfectly. That lane ends on the right side. It's made to be a right turn lane, and the odd person gets stuck in it and makes them mistake. And you're right. If they turn their signal on, no problem. Most people are pretty good at letting them in. But there are some people that don't see the solid line and decide that it's become a merge lane, and they will wedge themselves right in while traffic is going at about 70 clicks. So can get very dangerous. Yep.
Starting to sound like you guys could be getting a picture from me having a couple of drinks on the back deck with a guy we call Guilty. Sounds like he's interested in coming by Casa Aubrey one of these days.
It's Sunday! Morning, guys. If you get this, I know the crew is just listening to him blind. Philly hits you guys blind with these, but Philly, coming out to Transcoma. Taking the wife to Park Manor, visit the mother-in-law. Okay, so where do you live? I need an address. We're going to drop by and just crash a place like your dad. Like, what do I do to get the remote working? It's Uncle Guilty. Philly. Love you, brother. Just pulling your, shanking your chain. You live, are you out at the floodway?
You come by anytime, okay? Guilty, you're welcome. And for the record, it's my mother who drops by unannounced. She loves that movie.
Yeah, Dad's not leaving the TV too often. And yet, most times, most people will just find you probably just sipping some lemonade on the back porch, eh, Phil?
Oh, yeah, that's me. Yeah,
And at least your mom's bringing something when she's dropping by,
that's a
right?
great
she
point.
always has something. She's not just dropping by because, she's dropping by. She has something.
She's dropping some off,
Lots of cupcakes and muffins, too.
Yeah, how could you complain if
you know what?
It's very true. Good
I'll
point.
tell you right now, I would be dropping by Kathy's to pick up the muffins and the cup. I might make them ask if I can get in on that routine.
Right?
She will. Be careful what you wish for.
Well, that's the worst thing that's going to happen. After the show, there's not much live sports on. I'll sit an hour, watch Sports Center with your dad, and then head out.
I get to my parents' place. There's Joe.
Joe dropped by.
Eating a cupcake. Okay, Vinny. Lots of calls back and forth with Vinny about the Jets.
Dr. Hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Hockey here. These cats, they don't know what they're talking about. I mean, yeah, I was going to go with the Oilers because the Jets sucked last year. They made the playoffs. But I said...
So just for clarification, Vinny got accused yesterday of being a bandwagon jumper.
They have to win the first game. Did they win the first game in the playoffs? No. So they lost the rest of the games. Those are facts. I said the Edmonton would make the Stanley Cup. Didn't say they'd win. Said they'd make it. I was right on both things. Toronto, I can't remember about Toronto. Maybe you're right about Toronto. I don't know. I don't want to argue with you, buddy. But I know a lot about the Jets, all right? That's why they call me Dr. Hockey. I've been right on every prediction except for one. I thought they might beat Vancouver, but I was wrong on that. Not perfect. I will be right on the Jets. They are going to the Stanley Cup. I am Dr. Hockey. I don't care what you guys say.
Yeah.
This came in on the Boston Pizza text line. Dr. Hockey was wrong. Jets won game 1 against the Avs, then lost 4 straight. Can't even predict the past. Dr. Hockey.
Wow.
So, but you know what? Dr. Hockey has made some valid points. I don't want to say jumped on the Jets bandwagon, but he predicted a very successful playoff run. But what, maybe 2 months ago.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We sure hope he's right. How about that?
I love it. And not everybody's going to appreciate Dr. Hockey.
Well, he doesn't care.
He doesn't care. They named him Dr. Hockey. We don't know who they are, but they're out there.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
That Josie was a good guy. I
love them.
Yeah, you could tell he was putting some You could tell he had some pretty good ideas. He just was like, in the moment, he was like, "Oh, who was I going to go with again?" You know, and then sometimes you never know when we play the voices that one final time. They could hear something,
maybe change his mind,
hear something they hadn't heard before. You know, so but
I could see that.
Still 0 for 3 as we are now officially in the toughest we've had for who the hell is that? Because typically we've had one voice for sure by now.
These ones are hard.
Yeah. I thought one would be pretty easy out of the 3 in this case. And you know me, I'm not very good at this game as far as...
Yeah, I would say 1 is probably the easiest.
Did any of us get any of these voices when the boss came in here? Because he always comes in and plays them for us before we use them in the contest. He's like, he gets very excited. He's like, hey, check these out, Dig.
We did not.
We didn't get any of these.
I don't
You
remember.
and Kirby have guessed 1 each in the past. Me, nada.
Kirby got was it Taylor Swift in previous? Who the hell is that you got? And what did I get in the last one? I got one right away.
It was the first one.
Matthew McConaughey.
I got McConaughey right away.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big day for me. I felt really proud all day.
That was a big day.
Like if
doesn't even remember the name he got.
He couldn't even wear it as a badge because the contest hadn't even started yet. So he couldn't tell anybody.
God,
that's the best. What an award winner. Hey, if you guys only knew that, I guess voice number 3. Well, who is it? I can't tell you.
Joe, it was a big day for him, okay?
It was a big day.
If I had a journal like you do, I would have wrote it in my...
You should have.
I would.
That's a big moment to write about it.
What percentage of people do you think journal? I'm not even being sarcastic with you, Kirby. I know you don't trust my motives. You probably think I'm being...
I don't trust your motives.
Well, no, I don't want to come off sarcastic.
That's a good question.
I have heard it's a great idea, and I do think it can be very productive. I wonder how many people do it. Because I'm thinking about it, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Therapists will tell you all the time, you should journal.
Well, yeah, because getting it out on paper really does help. And then also, it's nice to kind of go back and read your progress, 6 months ago, flipping through my journal, reading about stuff then and where I've come now,
What if there's a lack of progress? What if I haven't progressed at all? Is it that extra depressing?
I mean, then you got to hold yourself accountable.
It's a very good question.
This might not be productive for me. I don't know.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Hit us up wherever you get this podcast and rate and review the show.
Good fortune will come to you.
Actually, we can't promise that, but we'll cross our fingers.
Aerosmith week, baby. In the spotlight. Dude, look like a lady.
Oh, man, was that a great album.
92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station, Philly Joe and Kirby. And
come on in.
Brad Enders, good morning. You got PJK on the line. You are live. You are live from the rooftop campout, which started today over at Fire Station number 4, 150 Osborne. Good morning, Brad.
Good morning. Good morning, Winnipeg.
How's it going up there on the roof? I mean, it's only -1 right now.
Yep.
I mean, it's a little chilly, but we're willing to put it on the line to help raise money for muscular dystrophy. So it doesn't matter how cold it is, blowing a snowstorm, we don't care.
I love that.
And it's not like we're gonna get Brad and his crew to complain. Come on, we've met these guys. They're man's men. They're out there doing good for a great cause. So, and you guys are also wandering around in traffic, right? So people know if they see you in traffic, just so people know.
Yeah, that's correct. We kicked off our road tolls this morning at 7 to 9. We had a pretty large volunteer base this morning, had about 25 people. Our fire recruit class just started yesterday, and the training academy sent 15 of their recruits, and we had about 10 other volunteers. So great turnout this morning. I think we got probably at least $500 or more in cash this morning collected from the generous citizens of Winnipeg. So everything's going great. We're just getting ready to kick off our kickoff party at 10 a.m. this morning. We've got the mayor coming down, the premier, MLA David Pankarance. We got a nice turnout coming out this morning. So
hey, listen, 68 years, the firefighters of Winnipeg have been supporting Muscular Dystrophy of Canada. So this is a lot of rich heritage with you guys involved with MD. But if you can't get down there, if you can't make it down to the Osborne Village area, The best place to do it is probably online. You want to get a tax receipt for your donation, filltheboot.ca. But is there another place on social media, maybe, filltheboot.ca, where we can find out more info? Because Kirby was kind enough to take that picture of all you handsome devils and put it up on our social media.
Well, we were the lucky ones to get a picture with Kirby, that's for sure.
Well,
yeah, we know
right.
that.
Right.
We know that. That goes unsaid around here.
Shut up.
But yeah, online, if people want to jump on and donate that way, Brad.
Just filltheboot.ca is our website. Yeah,
You got a bunch of those beautiful blue T-shirts available on site there in the village. Those things were getting a lot of compliments when we posted that picture with you guys last week.
We got lots of T-shirts here for sale. Yeah, $20 for a Fill the Boot shirt. All the money with that, again, goes to Muscular Dystrophy Canada. So come on out, Winnipeg.
They're great shirts.
Nice,
Brad, we will, great stuff what you guys are doing. We will check in with you later on in the week and get an update. Sound good?
Sounds great. We really appreciate the support from 92 City FM. Thanks very much.
Excellent. Brad Enders, and a reminder, rooftop campout. It kicked off today. Fire station number 4, 150 Osborne. Go by, say hi to the crew, and be generous.
For more Philly, Joe, and Kirby, log it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.